Hey everyone, and welcome to Fine Print. This is episode 2 of part 1 of the India series. If you haven't checked out episode 1, I recommend you do, so you can get a link to what we're discussing today. Today, Fine Print delves into the world of Buddhism. From Siddhartha Gautama's quest for enlightenment to the spread of Buddhism in India, we're covering how this monotheistic religion shaped many Asian countries today. Before talking about Buddhism, it is important to be familiar with Siddhartha Gautama. Born in Lumbini, Siddhartha was a Hindu prince born to King Suddhodana and Queen Maya. According to Buddhist texts, a prophecy was given at the time of Siddhartha's birth that stated that he would either become a powerful king or a great spiritual leader. His father, afraid of giving his son the same life he had led, protected him from experiencing anything unpleasant until he turned 29. In fact, Siddhartha was not even aware that his mother had died in this period. However, over a few days, Siddhartha slipped out of his father's protection. He was finally exposed to what Buddhists today refer to as the 4 signs: a sick man, an aged man, a dead man, and a religious man. He realized that the life he was living was only full of suffering and proceeded to follow the example of the religious man. Wanting to escape samsara, the cycle of suffering, rebirth, and death, Siddhartha gained knowledge from various teachers and disciplines until he finally reached enlightenment, the experience of true reality, also known as nirvana, and thus became known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. Although born a Hindu, Siddhartha was born at a time in India when Hinduism was the dominant religion and was considered the Sanatan Dharma, or the eternal order. Still, many ideological thinkers had started to question the authority of the Vedas. While not directly related to these thinkers, Siddhartha began to question the world around him in other ways. When he was exposed to the realities of the people around him, he realized how privileged he was, and one night, to avoid his destined life of suffering, Siddhartha walked out of the palace in simple white robes and left for the woods. Soon, Siddhartha founded Buddhism, and while the religion was established in India, its effects were long-lasting, prominently in East Asia. Initially, because of the fact that Emperor Ashoka had become Buddhist, Buddhism gained popularity on the subcontinent. But over that, Buddhism appealed to the masses, mainly the lower caste Hindus, because Buddhism didn't believe in the caste system. Siddhartha Gautama believed that everyone was created equal and that all Buddhists could attain nirvana. The religion was also easier to follow than the rigid Vedic traditions of Hinduism. Thus, it was easily accessible to everyone. As with several other religions, Buddhism has split into 3 branches: Theravada Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, and Vajrayana Buddhism. At the first council, the main teachings were decided, codified, and made official. At the second council, however, disputes over prescriptions, or the forbidding of wrong, led to the first schism between 2 schools of knowledge, leading to the 3 branches we know today. Firstly, Theravada Buddhism claims to follow Buddhism the way Buddha originally taught it. Its followers learn Buddhist teachings in the Pali language, and its schools focus on individual enlightenment. Secondly, Mahayana Buddhism follows Buddhist teachings in Sanskrit, and followers seek to become a bodhisattva, someone who has attained enlightenment but doesn't attain nirvana to help others become bodhisattvas. Lastly, Vajrayana Buddhism, also known as Tibetan Buddhism, doesn't require full commitment to Buddhist discipline and a change of lifestyle to begin the Eightfold Path. Instead, Vajrayana schools say that all Buddhists are bodhisattvas. It is just a matter of realization. Therefore, one does not have to give up attachments or possessions. In conclusion, Buddhism was founded by Siddhartha Gautama, a Hindu prince who was perplexed by the immense suffering in the world and set out on a quest for enlightenment. He believed that suffering ultimately resulted from desires and attachments, and instead focused on self-enlightenment for both himself and his followers. Although founded in India, now Nepal, Buddhism made its way throughout East and Southeast Asia and gained immense popularity due to its easy practice and inclusive nature. If today's episode interested you, be sure to keep following the series since the next episode is about the Mauryan decline. Until then, keep following Fine Print for more new episodes and keep reading between the lines.